Level 1. Kitten. You were born in a cardboard box in the corner of a garage. You cannot see, you cannot hear. The only thing you feel is your mother's warmth. You have 3 brothers and sisters. All of you push each other to get the best place to drink milk. This is the first fight of your life. Your eyes open on the 10th day. The world looks blurry and grey. A woman bends down and looks into the box. Her hands are gentle. She picks you up first. You are the smallest kitten in the family. She doesn't know it yet, but she has already chosen you. For the next 8 weeks, you learn the basics of life. Walking, pouncing on your brothers' and sisters' tails, getting hissed at by your mother when you bite too hard. At 6 weeks old, your mother starts pushing you away. She is not being cruel. She is preparing you for life. At 8 weeks old, the woman puts you into a small plastic carrier. Your mother watches from a distance. She does not cry. Cats do not say goodbye like humans do. The car ride is the scariest thing you have ever experienced. You curl up in the corner of the carrier. Level 2. New home. The carrier opens in a strange room. Everything smells different. The carpet feels like a huge open field. The woman sits on the floor. She does not try to grab you. She waits. After 20 minutes, your curiosity wins. You spend your first night hiding behind a closet. In the morning, the food is gone. You ate it while no one was watching. It takes 4 days before you let the woman touch you. It takes 1 month before this place feels like home. When you are 3 months old, the woman takes you to a building that smells like fear. A stranger in a white coat holds you on a cold table, you feel a few needles, and then it is over. At 5 months old, you go back again. This time, you wake up feeling sleepy and confused. Something has been taken from you forever. You will never know what it was. Level 3. Explorer. You are now 6 months old. Your body is no longer a tiny kitten. The house that once felt huge now feels small because you know every corner. You discover the window. You spend hours watching birds through the glass, wishing you could catch them. You also discover your claws. The woman discovers what they can do to the couch. She brings home a scratching post. You ignore it for a week. The couch is never the same again. At 8 months old, another cat comes to live in the house. He is old, grey, and not interested in your endless energy. The first week is tense. Slowly, you both make peace. By the second month, you are sleeping back to back on the window ledge. No one knows exactly when trust began. Level 4. Hunter. You are now 2 years old. Your body is strong and fully grown. Something ancient wakes up inside you. For the first time, the woman lets you go outside. You stop at the door. The grass is real. The wind carries thousands of new smells you have never known before. Within a week, you catch your first bird. You bring it to the back door and place it at the woman's feet. She screams. You do not understand why. To you, it is a gift. You learn the borders of your territory by smell and instinct. An orange cat does not want you there. You learn this after getting a scratch on your nose that takes 2 weeks to heal. Over the next few months, you bring home more birds and mice. The woman stops screaming. Instead, she sighs with a small hint of pride. Level 5. Companion. You are now 4 years old. You are still wild, but you are calmer than before. This is the year you become more than just a pet. You become part of the woman's life. In the spring, she loses her job. You do not understand unemployment or money problems. You only know that she cries more often. Whenever she cries, you climb onto her chest and stay there until she stops shaking. That autumn, the woman brings a man home. He does not like cats. For months, you stay away from him. Slowly, he learns to let you come close on your own. That winter, the old grey cat dies. He was 11 years old. You do not understand death. You only know that his place by the window is now empty. For 1 week, you sleep in that same spot. The next spring, a new kitten arrives. He is a playful little orange ball of energy. You resist him for 2 months. Then, little by little, the same thing happens that once happened with the old grey cat. You clean his ears while he sleeps. Without realizing it, you become for him what the grey cat once was for you. Level 6. Middle years. You are now 7 years old. The shine of youth has started to fade from your fur. The woman gets married. The house is full of noise and strangers. Everyone wants to touch you. You spend the whole day hiding under the bed. The next year, a baby is born. It is the biggest change of your life. A tiny, noisy little human who never leaves. The woman has less time for you now. Her lap belongs to someone else. You do not understand why. You only feel what it is like to come second. Slowly, the baby grows old enough to touch you with clumsy little hands. Your ears get pulled, your tail gets grabbed. You stay patient. No one tells you to. But you decide that this little human is now part of your family too. Level 7. Senior. You're now 10 years old. White hairs begin to appear around your face. Your joints ache on cold mornings. You can still jump onto the bed, but now you think before you jump. The orange cat, who grew up beside you, is slowing down too. The two of you sit together by the same window where you once fought. You no longer remember the fights. You only remember sitting together. The child, now 8 years old, sees you as the oldest member of the family. When no one is looking, they secretly give you extra treats. You start to limp a little with one of your back legs. The vet calls it arthritis. Every morning, the woman hides a small pill inside a treat for you. This year, your hearing begins to fade. The woman calls your name from across the house, but you do not turn around. Later, she realizes why and becomes even more gentle with you. You now sleep for 18 hours a day, always in the same patch of sunlight that has been yours for over 10 years. Level 8. Final Guardian. You are now 13 years old. The orange cat passed away last spring, near the place where the two of you once watched over your territory together. You look for him for 3 days. He never comes back. Now you are the only cat left in the house, the last living link to every stage of this family's life. This year, you stop eating as much as before. During a regular checkup, the vet finds a thyroid problem. The child, Nhemoda, now a teenager, spends more time alone in their room. You remember the little hands that once pulled your tail. The woman still greets you at the door every day, but now she walks slowly instead of running. That winter, a new grey kitten comes into the house. You give a weak hiss, but you no longer have the strength to be truly angry. Within a month, the kitten is sleeping beside you just as you once slept, beside every older cat before you. Level 9. The final winter. You are now 15 years old. Your kidneys are getting weaker. You eat a special food that you do not like, but the woman mixes in a little of your old favorite food, so you eat it anyway. The grey cat, now fully grown and confident, curls up beside you during the cold months to keep you warm. The teenage girl, now almost an adult, sometimes sits beside you in the evenings. She talks about college and her future. A future you will never see. This year, you stop jumping onto the kitchen counter, not because you are told not to, but because your body can no longer do it. The woman notices every small change, one by one. Level 10. The final day. You are now 17 years old, very old for a cat. In the spring, the vet gives the news the woman has feared for years. Your kidneys are failing. There is no cure now. There is only time. She cries while holding you in the car on the way home. You do not understand tears. You only understand the arms holding you, so you curl up in them, just as you always have. The young girl, now almost a woman, comes home early from college. She sits on the floor beside your bed. just like she did when she was little. She tells you things she has never told anyone else. Your last morning comes quietly. There is no drama. You never fought the things you could not change. Not the car rides, not the cold table at the vet, not the empty places left behind by every cat who came before you. Now you are simply tired, a kind of tired that sleep cannot fix. The woman, now much older than the young girl who once sat on the floor waiting for a tiny kitten to trust her, holds you until your final hour. She buries you in the backyard under the same oak tree that you once climbed so high you could not get down. The grey cat sits under that tree for 3 days, looking for you. He never finds you. No one does. Slowly, he learns what every cat must learn in the end: how to live without someone they loved. Far away in another town, another woman bends down beside a cardboard box in the corner of a garage. A tiny kitten, whose meow is the loudest of the whole litter, looks up at her with eyes that have only just begun to see the world. The kitten does not know that it has already been chosen. It only knows the warmth of its mother's side and the smell of a world it has not yet explored. It will learn. They all do. The cycle continues.